Go. Go.
My name is KRIK JANIEL BAUTISTA. I'm discussing about flight plan completion. Flight plan completion, the ICAO flight plan form is a straightforward to complete and simply request entering the necessary information into a proper areas. The white field on the form are for mandatory flight information to be filled out by the pilot or dispatcher, while the colored areas are for information to be entered by applicable ATS and COM service. It's a critical to follow the defined formats and methods for data specification. On November 15, 2012, a new flight format was completely deployed with several noteworthy differences. From the prior format, the following rules apply when creating a flying plan. Use capital letters, one letter in each space on the field. Adhere to the prescribed format and matters of specifying data, and any data should be inserted only in the field and space provided. Where excess space is available, leave unused space blank. All times should be clock times. The term aerodrome, where used in flight plan, is intended to cover also site other than aerodromes which may be used by certain types of aircraft, helicopters, or balloon. Note that the items on the form are not consecutive. Items preceding item 7 are to be completed by ATC and CUOM service. Items 7 to 18 should be complete as indicated. Here under item 19, completion is to facilitate alerting to of SAR. And now, with Arnold.
Okay. I'm gonna discuss about the VR flight plan to fly across the country. Even on cross-country flights, VFR pilots are still not typically required to file a flight plan. That said, it is highly recommended to think VFR plan as a tool instead to help FAA search and rescue, or SAR. SAR crews are known where to search an aircraft if you were to crash or make an emergency landing having no communication capabilities. Okay, since the plan as flight plan indicates the amount of time pilot expects the flight to take, if a BFR pilot flies an open a flight plan, then does not arrive in their destination within 30 minutes of the expected arrival time, FAA will have an indication something may be wrong. They will attempt to contact you via phone or check your ramp, your intended destination for your plane. If you're unable to be contacted or located, the FAA will put up a flight plan that provided SAR crews like Air Force, Civil Air Patrol who will know where to search for you since indicated route on the flight plan um, needs a little extra incentives in the paperwork. Okay, how to file a flight plan. For a consistency and continuity, the FAA requests that the pilots format their flight plans using the International Organization of Aviation. Okay, although at this time, domestic flights that do not meet the criteria for needing an format plan to continue the FAA domestic plans instead. The FAA intends to phase out the domestic format plans to transition all flight plans to formatting in the near future. For this reason, it is highly recommended that the pilots simply learn and begin format right away regardless of whether it is required or not. Okay, so next is JOHNREY.
So hello sir, my name is JOHNREY de Romero. I will discuss about Appendix A, FAA Form 7233 for International Flight Plan. The FAA will accept a flight plan in international format for IFR, VFR, SFRA, and DFFR flights. File the flight plan electronically via Flight Service Station or FSS, FAA Contracted Flight Plan Filing Service, or other commercial flight plan filing service. Depending on the filing service chosen, the method of entering data may be different, but the information required is generally the same. The International Flight Plan format is mandatory for flight plan filed through a FSS or FAA Contracted Flight Plan Filing Service, with the exception of Department of Defense flight plans and civilian stereo route flight plans, which can still be filed using the format prescribed in FAA Form 72331. So note, DOD Form DD-175 and FAA Form 72331 are considered to follow the same format. Any flight that will depart U.S. domestic airspace for DOD flight plan purposes, offshore warning areas may use FAA Form 72331 or military equivalent. Any flight requesting routing that requires performance-based navigation, and any flight plan requesting services that required filing of capabilities only supported in the International Flight Plan format. That's all. Thank you, sir.
Okay, sir, that's all. Thank you. Stop recording.